We are ill. After the Dusk Elf massacre, we brought Patrina to the castle, interring her remains within the crypts. There was a ritual she had taught me, were the worst to happen, to tether her soul to this plane, to a place. My darling Moon, always one step ahead, so careful, so smart, to ensure the continuation of her mind and soul. It will take time for her to manifest. Unfortunately, it is clear that Kasimir's final threat was no mere bravado, but a disease. Many of the troops began falling ill mere weeks after returning, their skin boiling under the moon's gaze. Rahadin calls it the curse of the moonbow, the elders once claiming it to be Sehanin's punishment to the Dusk Elves, for refusing to choose a side between the Seldarine and the Dark. How they turned it against other peoples I know not, nor have I time to idly speculate. Our mother has already taken a turn, her elderly constitution unable to fight it off. It would take a miracle to ensure a cure before the worst should come to pass for her, but saving others is still possible, I am certain. Rahadin has been immune since his youth, but I have begun exhibiting early symptoms. Sergei and Tatiana are sure to follow, though perhaps they will be fine, full of the vigor and health that youth are blessed with. I, the eldest, am less likely to be so lucky in my 5th decade of life. I must search. The accumulated wealth of knowledge of many scholars and mages of ages past, I can only hope that what is here is enough, for I doubt there is time to requisition anything from other lands. An excerpt from the Tome of Strahda, 2nd Moon, 352. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another terrible, horrible, no good, very bad Saturday in Barovia. I am your game master for the evening, Jonathan Kenny, and these are the Forget-Me-Nots. Hello,
Meow.
guys.
Meow. Meow.
Meow.
Meow.
Hi.
Meow. Meow.
No, you're a
Wait.
rat. You're not a cat.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
now
right.
do
meow,
it,
meow.
David.
Now, yeah, that's me now. I'm
Yeah,
Bella.
okay.
Thank you.
I'll just leave the
So-
screen on her then.
I need to piss in a bath. That is what I need to do.
We got a cat, we got a dog, we got a rat.
So
We did not
casual.
leave off so cash money last time, but what did happen was the party, having cornered the burgomaster and his family in their mansion, just after the son of the burgomaster threw a fireball in the middle of a very tight room, doing a lot of damage to most of the people in there, including accidentally killing his own mother. Lady Fiona Wachter then came with the mob that she had arranged. And despite some tense negotiations, she and the mob would not be swayed from their course. And so the Forget-Me-Nots were forced to make a hasty retreat out of the mansion, bringing the Vallakoviches along with them, and Izek Strasny remained behind to cover their escape. They ran away, noticing the mansion go up in flames behind them. They ran to the Church of St. Andral to find a massacre within. Terrible, terrible number of bodies that had sought refuge in what they thought was the one holy place of the town, only to find it not so anymore. After figuring out what to do next, part of the party went to talk to the rest of the citizens that lived in Vallaki, who were holing up at the Blue Moon, the Martikov's Inn, convincing them to leave and possibly go to Kresk or some other place nearby that might be a little bit safer than a town full of vampire spawn and a murderous mob. The other half heading to the last possible lead that they had to the relic or bones of Saint Andral to reconsecrate the Church of Saint Andral, the coffin maker's house, where the yes, the dog is very cute, Cork. The coffin maker's house, where the boy that's worked with the priest at the church often went to whenever they had a disagreement. They found a number of boxes that looked recently like they had held vampire spawn within them, and the coffin maker himself, dead in his bed, sucked dry. They spoke to his corpse, to his spirit, to learn that Anastasia, one of Lady Strahda's sisters, had convinced him to just let things happen. And his reward for it was being killed after the bones were hidden in his compartment, along with the rest of his belongings that he gave to the party. As they went to leave, though, a familiar to Clara individual with a long red dress came to, not to hold them up, but maybe to gloat, maybe just to relish in their fear and despair. Anastasia watched them as they, as Oleander attempted his own reenactment of the son of the burgomaster to try and at least hurt Anastasia, only for her to simply turn into mist, allow the effects to pass, and remain unharmed. She congratulated him on at least trying, and then said that she wanted to go and watch the fireworks, the climax of this tragedy, and left through the window. The party running and meeting back up. Oleander making his way back to the Church of Saint Andral with the bones, hopefully to reconsecrate the church. Unfortunately, the demon that they had missed from earlier made itself known, and that is where we ended. So that is where we are going to pick right back up in the town of Vallaki.
Fight the demon.
Fight the demon. Fight the power.
I do have one last big boy I can hit it with to hopefully buy us some time.
Well, let me see. First, we're gonna put on some more appropriate music, I think.
We're scary.
Is it the Shadow the Hedgehog theme song?
I see nor hear no evil.
Remember the game where they gave Shadow guns?
Yes, literally, I was just
the one with guns. Yeah.
I saw a TikTok that was like, "Do you have Shadow the Hedgehog autism?" I was like,
I have Warrior Cat's autism. Thank you very much.
Yeah. Okay, sorry.
You know,
Avatar: Last Airbender autism here.
I have TTRPG autism. I think we all do. Yeah.
That's all of us.
Welcome to the hyperfixation, boys.
All right. So, you have some kind of last-ditch effort, Clara. Would go ahead and
I do.
Toss it off and see if it works, I guess.
It is essentially my strongest attack spell. And I'm assuming this is a fiend, so I can do 10d6.
It certainly is a fiend.
Hyper beam.
Soon. Yeah, just a Kamehameha wave. If this map ever loads and I can see.
Holy shit.
It is an attack. 28.
28.
That is going to hit.
Hell yeah.
So go ahead. It's just a regular hit, so go ahead and roll damage.
What is spirit damage?
Damage to your spirit, obviously.
Thank you, DM.
You're welcome. So, 11 fire damage and 21... Is it divine damage? Good damage? What is it? Spirit damage against. It is not weak to either of those, but Ghost Touch if I can. It is resistant 5 to all damage unless it is Force, Ghost Touch, or Vitality. So that is going to be 6 and 16, which is 22 damage. It is a fairly large chunk of its health, but you seem to have just enraged it, and Oleander is kind of looking back and forth and looks at you. It is recoiling from your attack, which is going to give you enough time to run if you want to. But he, like, the group of villagers hasn't gotten that far yet. They are still like outside of. They're getting to the gates of Vallaki right now, which is only like 100 feet away. Oleander looks at the crypt in front of him, looks at you, looks at the demon, and he says, "Run for it!" And he is going to rip open the crypt where the Vallakoviches are hiding and run.
As we're going to like start running, and as we're running, I'm going to. Do you guys have anything ranged? We need to make sure that it doesn't get to the villagers. It's going to follow us.
I got a javelin.
As you are running to catch up with the villagers, I'm gonna roll real quick for the demon to see who it goes for. Odds is the party. You see Oleander take a long, like, circuitous route around the demon, and you hear screams from inside the crypt as you see the demon heading towards it, toward where Vargas and his son are hiding. At least 200 feet. It looks like Oleander is trying to use... It looks like Oleander is trying to use them as a distraction for you guys to get away.
Yeah, same. Ireena will pick up Aster.
I got diddly squat, guys. You're...
Oleander...
I mean, I have a javelin and I have alchemist fire, but is it worth it?
Yeah. No.
Oleander grabs Clara and says, "It's 2 people versus however many there are out there. I know what choice I'm gonna make."
Demon, just leave it.
Clara, we
2
need
people
to go.
are 100, Clara.
Aster's just like this, hanging.
Somebody's gonna have to drag me. She is.
Ola-
Okay. Just like grab my hand and drag, because this is decision paralysis. Yeah. I so desperately want to kill this thing, but I have nothing left.
Nobody does.
I
you
literally
all
just have ray
run.
of enfeeblement. Yes, yeah.
Yeah. You all run with the villagers outside of the gates of Vallaki, leaving the town behind you. The screams of Vargas and his son cut short as you run. Oleander also probably has a smile on his face.
Clara's crying.
Just 2 fucked
Clara
up
is
little guys.
crying.
Yeah, Clara's
She's had
crying.
a fucking day.
The duality of this party. And then Aster.
Yeah. Aster's like so dissociative right now.
3 genders. Like... The 3 genders. Crying, grinning, and...
Stop being funny, you fucking cishet.
You run to the encampment nearby where the Vistani camp was until very recently, where the Dusk Elf Enclave is, or what remains of it at least. What are you guys doing? No. You see there's a couple of them kind of like on top of the hill looking, where you can see like smoke is still rising from the town, but they don't seem inclined to do anything about it. You could, yeah. Be maybe a little cramped. There's not a whole lot of... It is a fairly small hill compared to the size of Vallaki. Like, there's like a half dozen of these small, basically hobbit holes.
Are the people like following us? The group of people?
Yeah, you've been... Well, the group that Ireena was with was herding the remaining villagers out, and you joined up with them. So, you enter the tree line to where the Dusk Elves are. You see, the one that you've talked to before many times, come to the forefront and say, "What is happening?" Well, yes, I could tell that much, but it looks...
Have we stopped running?
I don't know if you'll...
Is this safe for
at
a
this
second?
point, yeah.
Clara
It's safe
is
for a
on
second,
her
yeah.
knees and she's just having a fucking fit. She's having a little meltdown.
Well, I would give them refuge here, but there's not enough room. There's barely enough for us. We can, at least, if you need a place to sleep over the night, we can... It'll be a tight fit, but... He gestures to the other elves and says, they will make room for you. But, as I said, it's going to be packed.
I hate them. I hate them. They were supposed to protect their people. And Strahda and her family... They keep destroying everything. There's going to be nothing left. And they treat us like toys. I hate them.
Sorry. Robin, you accidentally started playing Gartic Phone.
I don't know what my cat did. She stepped on the computer in a really dramatic moment because I was getting upset and she was trying to help. I don't know how to fix it.
When you cry so
Just
hard,
leave the
you
call
start
and
playing
come back
games.
in now.
Okay, bye.
Yeah,
What
actually,
if we just play?
cut the stream. We're playing Gartic Phone.
Okay, well that fixed it.
But when emotional support animal and you're trying to act, sometimes these things happen.
Which I would like to say, always applause to your acting. But damn, the biscuits really fucked you.
Ireena also comes in front of Clara and just grabs your hands very, very tightly and like, I know, they're terrible people. They ruined it.
I don't want to do this anymore.
Clara, I understand, but if you don't do this, who will? These people, they need our help.
I know.
You said Pharasma sent you here for a reason, right?
Uh-huh.
You still have to find out what that reason is.
I'm so tired.
We'll get some rest. I promise you'll feel better in the morning.
Uh-huh.
And Ireena kind of like almost half picks Clara up in her arms and takes her into one of the one of the buildings.
Therapy cat is Therapin.
Bye.
That was a. She did close my Discord call fully one time by stepping on the computer.
I think Oleander is probably at the top of the hill, just looking back towards Vallaki. I think she's probably going to stay with Clara for a moment until she calms down a bit.
Go take a nap.
Okay. While you're waiting for that, what's everybody outside doing?
Does Ireena put down Aster? Or is he just?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And I imagine I just put him down. He just is still disassociating.
He just kind of like flops on the floor.
No, she like tries to pick him up a couple times.
He's like,
it's just boneless. Like when you try and pick up a dog and they lose all their bones.
Yeah.
And
yep, and they just flop.
Sophie does pass the dang.
Does he like actually flop down to the ground?
Yeah, like he's
and
like
stay there. Okay,
Yeah.
Reyna's gonna lay down so that she's nose to nose with Aster. Are you okay?
Sorry, this is really cute. No. Maybe. Yes. Sometimes. Maybe. Maybe.
You don't have to be okay. We just went through a lot and we're all so tired.
Yeah, I'm really tired.
Maybe we should get some sleep.
For whatever good that will do us, I guess.
Just to wake up and fight some more.
Well, and other stuff.
Other stuff?
Yeah, like the book and the demon and the vampires and the sword and the curse and the death and the gods and the chamber and she just kind of keeps listing off all the things he has to do.
Okay, alright, Asta, please. I know. Our to-do list keeps growing.
It starts to like turn into mumbles until he lays on his back and he starts to go, I'll just kind of like fuzz in his head.
Ireena will do the same thing and flop on her back and look up at the sky.
Clouds, I assume.
You're muted.
Just a rat in a Vistani going, ah.
Sometimes you just gotta think about your place in the universe.
You really do. You just have to look into the fog and go, wow, I'm somewhere there.
Oleander probably comes down when you start doing that. It's like, oh, are we doing this right now? Just like flops down next to you and just goes,
and he starts doing it.
I was gonna say,
It feels kind of good. It feels like you're like, you know.
kind of let out the brain fuzz, you know?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
It starts to get into like a really
It gets louder.
like,
He just starts screaming.
And then all three of us just start screaming.
We're like, ah!
Yeah.
At that point, probably Kasimir comes by and he's like, "Can you keep it down, please? The people are trying to sleep."
Ireena sits up and goes, "No," and then lays back down to the screaming.
I think that's what Ireena and Ashai come out of the building to hear. You see the three of them going, ah!
We're stressed.
Ireena too, just like, I didn't say you didn't. She just shakes her head and follows you to the rest of everyone.
I think
Probably with
after a
those eyes now.
while, like, after they lay there and feel silly
Yell
and
themselves out.
scream into the sky, Raina will just like let herself erupt in laughter because it's just a silly thing they're doing and it feels good, and she just needs to laugh for a second.
I don't think Oleander laughs at that quite. He just kind of stops screaming.
Yeah, I
Eventually.
feel like Aster doesn't laugh. He gets really quiet and then takes like a really deep breath and then just kind of smiles at your laughter. And then takes the Strahda book and throws it on his face. It's just here.
Oleander's immediately looking hungrily at the book. You know, it's a good way to deal with stress.
Do you want to read a
is
book?
To do something productive.
Do you want to read a
Yeah,
book?
we could read.
Let's read a book.
I'd love to read a book.
Okay, we're gonna read a book. He sits up and like throws the book down.
Should we go
You
inside?
do a very good Nico.
Thank you.
Should we what?
Should we go inside?
Oh yeah, I guess we could pick a house.
Go in the one that Clara's in, I
Yeah,
assume.
they walk over to where Clara is.
I'll have Oleander aid you. Then you can make the society check. And you get a +2. You get a +2.
Does that is that a circumstance bonus?
Yes, +2 circumstance bonus from the aid.
Okay, so does that mean that I don't get it from my... Oh, I can only get one type of circumstance bonus, right?
Correct, whichever one is higher.
Okay, so I can't get my strange script one,
Wait,
which is fine.
Well, actually, let me check. Aid. Yeah, it's a circumstance bonus, so
Okay. So I'll
whatever
just
you're
roll it.
higher. Yeah, that will do it. The DCs are getting higher, but you're still rolling pretty well. I'll just send it to you real quick. What's everybody else doing?
You take a nap.
Alright, take a nap.
Raina's watching Ashai make a journal entry on her leg.
Gay.
Magic tattoos still get infected while they're healing.
I think that's part of what the craft. Yeah, the crafting
Not exactly
check.
a sanitary situation.
I like that. Instead of like a failed crafting check, meaning the tattoo doesn't work, it just means that you're gonna get an infection.
But that infections on tattoos ultimately mess the tattoo up, unfortunately.
Oh.
That's
Yeah,
why
David?
you do your after
Aster and Oleander are both going like, I think Ireena is probably just sitting next to Clara and just like gently petting her head while she sleeps. What are you tattooing, Ashai? Your journal entry, if that's something we're allowed to know, or is it just keeping track of all the things that have happened? Well, Aster can apparently decode it, but he's busy. Yeah. Perfect, he's not here. Oh boy. I'm sure nothing but good things. And Reyna's busy just watching this. You're just watching that.
She's kind of just spacing out, to be honest. But like she's not. She's awake, but she's not all there, and she's just kind of focusing on like the hub.
Meditative.
Yeah. What is it? Is it like a what kind of a needle? Is it a stick and poke?
I assume it's like the hammer ones.
Okay, well then she's just like listening to the rhythm of the hammer and
It's a gun.
zoning out on a shy.
Fantasy tattoo gun powered by crystals.
Seems like Aster's finished reading.
Reread it 3 times. Jonathan. Aster throws the papers in the air. And he goes, Clara, we were right. We were right.
You wake Clara up.
Oh yeah, Clara goes. He runs over to you and he grabs you by the blanket. He goes, Clara, we were right.
What are you talking about?
He runs back over, grabs all the papers, like puts them all down, lays them all out, all the like the code that he like overlays. It's like
Marco's journal in Full Alchemist.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Not
like also like the like sketch paper animators use to like layer their frames.
Yeah.
Like it's all that into like actual. But anyway, he's like, remember how we just were taking care of that the altar from one of the 3 ladies?
Mm-hmm. It seemed to make us stronger.
In this entry specifically, which I feel like is a really weird coincidence, but also I think we're on the right track. The spirit of the vampire or whatever that was aiding Strahda told her to desecrate the 3 ladies' shrines. And so she did, like, there's a reason why they're hidden away in shambles. Like, that was a part of the ritual. And so I feel like if we do what we already said we were going to do and make them better again, that they would... I think that's a really big piece of the puzzle that we already figured out on our own. But now we have context.
She just hugs him. Really, really tight. And doesn't say anything. And she pulls back and she smiles. We can do this.
But it looks like the wild folk. He's like still talking, like you're hugging him. He's like, well, it looks like the native people are not, like, they weren't always on her side. Like, they only fell to her aid because she like called them. She overpowered them, and that's the only reason why they're following. Like, I'm sure if we put together the shrines and make them whole again and maintain them, or get whoever we can to help protect them again, they'll be back on our side.
I think that's a really good plan. We could use some help.
We just have to go back to the other shrines. The one thing I'm really concerned about is the one that's like right by her castle. All she has to do is just take it out again.
We would have to save that one for later, or... It's not exactly... Shrines, we could try potentially to build a new one. It wouldn't have the same significance, but... If we could get relics to that deity and... For divinity, strength comes from belief, comes from devotion and service and dedication. We could try to build a new one.
We could. The one we found was the one of the Seekers. It looks like that was the first one she sought out. Apparently to give her the power of foresight.
Oh,
I don't...
okay.
But we already made
Make
steps
me-
to work on that. Yes.
Make me an occultism check, or I guess for you, you could make your usual
That's
know everything check.
law.
I know everything check.
Yeah, baby.
Your fucking nerd check.
My nerd check. my hyperfixation check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Something about the description in the tome and the shrine that you went to don't quite match. In the tome, it mentions that they had just been at the Amber Temple and that they came down off of Mount Baratok, and it was in the foothills of that mountain. But Mount Baratok is, Mount Gakis, not Mount Baratok. And Mount Gakis is far, far to the south compared to the shrine that you found basically just outside of Vallaki.
Mm-hmm.
So
It wasn't the main
it
shrine.
doesn't match up. I think that you didn't roll super great, so
That's fine.
I couldn't give you too much more, but something about the distances doesn't match. So there has to be something off, something that you're missing still.
We're missing something, Clara. There's the I don't think there's like just three. I'm assuming the three ladies are potent powers. I assume they have shrines everywhere.
Yes. They must. And a little shrine is a little bit of power. Perhaps they have more dedicated temples or holy sites that we could find. Is
Oh.
Mount Gakis where the Amber Temple is supposed to be?
From what's etched in your mind, yes.
I think I would like to go to Mount Gakis if we could. See if there's anything more to find out. Yes. We should. We
Fane's
need to
heart.
figure out what we're getting into.
I don't know what the Fane's heart is, but we should find that too. Ooh, my brain.
It's been a long day.
Certainly has. Ireena tucks Clara back in.
I certainly dressed like one. As everybody is settling down, Clara will just whisper towards Ashai. Thank you. I know emotions and feelings, and thank you.
Anybody else doing anything before bedtime?
I think Ireena waits for everyone to fall asleep before she falls asleep. Just to make sure all of her ducks are in a row and everyone's safe. Do they just keep awkwardly making eye contact?
All right. You all eventually pass out with exhaustion. And I don't think any of you sleep soundly through the night, but it's certainly... The nightmares are probably of your own minds rather than external... rather than someone else pushing bad thoughts into your head.
I mean, Clara's having that beautiful post-meltdown sleep where you're just so fucking tired.
Mm-hmm.
You wake up and you don't know
could
what
you-
year it is.
Facts.
Just wake up like... you all wake up in the morning, take a long rest,
Give me my spells.
fully charged and ready to go.
Oh, yeah.
I don't think I
That's
have
good
anything to
stuff.
recharge right now. Let's see. Your
Help,
ration?
I accidentally just wounded
Rations.
myself. How do I take wounded away? I'm
You should
wounded
have just
3!
right-clicked
Help,
that.
help, help!
How did you do that?
Just right click it.
Okay, we're good.
Girly pop.
Fool.
I just missed. I missed one.
You foolish fool.
That's when you sleep really bad and you wake up and your whole back hurts and you're like, oh,
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
you're like my neck, my back.
Yeah, she slept on the hard floor
Was
and
the
now
other guy?
she's in pain.
Yeah.
She is wounded 3.
I feels it. Hmm.
Oleander probably needs some healing. Because he is like at half health still. Because he blew himself up.
Here, no. Come here. Let me try.
I can give him a potion. I
Thank-
literally have
thank
potion,
you,
but never give him.
Ara.
Don't waste your fucking potion. We have time. 23, so you'll take
Alright, so
2d8.
you taking a full hour to double it?
Yeah, he can heal 30.
Okay.
'Cause we
take
have
the
a fucking
full hour,
minute.
that
We'll
brings him
take
up
a
to-
fucking...
Brings him back to
Can I-
max.
Thank you. No, 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 no.
None again.
While
You
you're
can't go through.
while you're tending to Ollie, Aster's gonna walk up to you because he's doing like his check of his all his
Checking
items
all your little things.
on my
Your
little
knickknacks,
knickknacks,
paddywhacks.
my knickknack paddywhacks. He goes,
Mm-hmm.
Clara, I remember
Give
you
Ireena a
buying
bone.
like a whole alchemist lab thing. So if you want to spend some
Oh,
time
yeah.
before we get ready to make like some stuff, if you want to. I also have a lot of bottles of things I forgot about in this bag.
Okay. Yeah, let's I could stand to make a couple more bottles of holy water.
Do you have that chalice I bought for you like 20 years ago?
Oh yeah, that makes a lot of holy water too.
Yeah.
Gosh, I just know that with a little more practice, I'm so close. Soon I could get a spell that makes if I throw a holy water, it explodes.
That's aggressive, but I like it.
Well, that's Barovia.
Also, I don't know who thinks who it might be worth it to, but I have like a solve that if you put on you, it gives you an AC bonus, makes you a little tougher, especially against magical missiles or whatever. I don't know if anybody wants that. Also, I don't know.
Honestly,
why.
I'm not.
Ireena announces that she's going for a run and then leaves.
Okay, bye.
Later, girly pop.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye. Yeah, that's. I mean, there's a lot of things in here. Whoa, gosh!
Don't worry about it.
Suddenly, my head hurts.
You go out for a run. It's not sunny, but there's no rain today. It's just a usual depressing cloudy day in Barovia. So at least you don't have to deal with muddy shoes after your run.
Muddy shoes.
You doing anything in particular on your run, or
No.
just getting out the big energy
Yeah,
in the morning?
Pent up energy and getting away from everyone for a second.
Anybody else doing anything as they prep for the day?
If Clara makes things, I'll help her.
I honestly don't know what to make. I bought that thing and then I like have so much stuff and I don't know what to make anymore.
Okay, if you're
I
not
don't
making
know what to
anything,
do.
it's okay. I also have a repair kit that I've never used. I will. Do I do the book again in the morning?
Could do the book again with Oleander, sure.
All right. I want. If I wake up before him, I'm gonna be right there at his bed and be like, "Do you want to read the book again?"
Yes.
It's me just like.
You probably see him like yank, like he's like about to pull something out of his belt, and then realizes it's you, and it's like, "Don't ever wake me up like that again." But yes,
It's like if a kid's like right there, their parent, they're like, "I threw up."
I threw up.
Want me book?
When I was
Read the
little,
book.
I always wanted to sneak into my parents' bedroom when I was too scared to sleep, but I was too scared to bother my parents because I didn't want them to get mad at me. So I would take my tiny blanket and tiny pillow and just sleep in the hall outside their room.
I would lay on the
I
floor
can
right
totally
next to their
imagine
bed.
Aster doing that. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd be like, nice. So I can roll again.
Yeah. Yeah. Another
Sick.
society check.
Society.
DC's getting higher.
All right. Do I get another roll for? Does Oli need to roll first, or how does it work again?
Well, you said it was you had a higher bonus anyway,
It's
right?
just ace +2.
Because if he crit fails, you get a malice.
Oh, so like mine's guaranteed, so just keep it.
Yeah.
Okay.
He could technically crit on it, but I think it's unlikely where he is. He'd have to roll like an 18, so you're better off just rolling.
All right. Ka-chow.
Still managing to beat the DCs by very small amounts.
Read that book. Read that book.
Go read that book. Go read that book. There you go. A shy. Any morning prep?
Oh no, not you too.
He is working with Aster, yeah. I don't want to speak for Oleander to have a conversation with you. Okay. Okay. You and Ireena make me perception checks.
Blind?
Yes, please.
Ignore that.
Ignore what? Nothing happened.
What? What is going on? Why can I not choose?
I don't know.
Oh,
there we go.
I
Okay.
did it.
That worked that time. Ashai, you keep an eye out, just kind of people watching. All of the villagers from Vallaki that were not a part of the mob are like slowly getting up. Like most of them are like going through their things, seeing what they managed to salvage and bring in time as they evacuated the town. I think you can see some of them probably are looking like they're having second thoughts. Like you see a few people kind of like casting looks back toward the town, like, did we do the right thing? Should we go back and see what's going on? Like maybe it's not that bad. You don't see any smoke coming from the town. No rain overnight, so probably the fires have burned themselves out. But nobody's come looking for all of you, at least. You can tell. I don't think any of them have tried to leave yet. They're just kind of... They're doing their morning preparations. Ireena, there is one.
How far?
Just watching.
Close to me or no?
I'd say wherever you like stop to like where you like take a break, you kind of surreptitiously look around and you see one in the trees nearby.
She'll walk up to it and look at its eyes and just say, "I will not be ignored." And then just walk away.
Flies over your head back towards the east. Nothing else happens.
She'll eventually make her way back to where everyone else is.
You all start getting your things together. I have everyone except for Aster and Oli who are currently poring over the book. Or
As
maybe just
everybody's
finished.
getting ready, Clara will have flagged down a raven and sent a message ahead to Kresk saying that Vallaki has fallen and we're coming with refugees.
All right. Easy enough. Who are you sending it to specifically?
I like Cloven.
Cloven Bellevue? Okay.
One for Cloven and one for the Burgomaster.
Okay.
If I can send
That's
two
nice
ravens.
of you to keep the person who actually owns the town in mind.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk to him as much.
Yeah, you send off the ravens. Let them know.
Can you guys hear me?
Aster, yeah, I can hear you.
I can hear you.
Were you talking before?
My mic is having some problems apparently. Okay, I don't know. I think
It's through the stream.
now you're
not
good.
during
for
us.
the last hour. I don't think it's been recording. My continue. I hate it here.
It'll be fine. So Aster and Oleander, you finish your most recent decoding as everybody is putting their things together.
I didn't realize this in the first one, but she's taking physical items from each like shrine, a stone that she carries.
I think Ireena's just like, you're still reading the tome right now?
There's so much. There's so much.
Tell us what you learned.
The second shrine is in is in Berez. It was. I don't know. She doesn't describe a shrine. She describes killing a woman. A dark-haired woman with several eyes and a spinning wheel. She used magic to kill her with pulling the lives of guards to our. She killed them. She killed the weaver. And then she got the power of the land itself and has a purple stone. And she says when she gets the next one, she'll be fine, or she'll have her family. So she has 2 stones right now after claiming and desecrating 2 altars.
Do we know if she found the third?
My assumption is the next entry, but I feel like we have things to do. Do we have time for me to keep going? We've been here for a while.
No, we need to get these people to safety.
Can you make me another quick check, Aster?
Yes.
Your I know everything check.
My all-knowing everything. Kerchow.
One thing that sticks out to you in the entry that you didn't mention
In me?
is yes, in you. She mentioned a megalith.
Yes.
A megalith being kind of like Stonehenge, a number of large altar square stones arranged in a circle.
Mm-hmm.
You've been to Berez. You've seen that megalith. You didn't visit it, but it was across the river from where you guys were hiding in the town. A large ring of stones.
We know where one of them is specifically. We passed by
Kasimir
it.
probably comes in about this time. He says,
This bitch.
What do you mean this bitch?
This bitch!
This bitch.
This bitch, okay. He says,
Okay.
apologies. The Martikovs wanted me to come ask you if you were heading out soon. The villagers are getting antsy, apparently.
Yes. We wanted to talk to
Yes.
you first.
Fair enough. He
Perhaps,
closes the door behind him.
Yes, good idea.
Kind of looks at Ashai and is like, why are you looking at me like I've killed someone you care about?
We know about Patrina.
How?
Sir holds up the book.
That witch is vexing me even after her undeath.
But do you know she's still alive?
She's not alive. The elders made sure of that.
Patrina's alive.
Did you let them?
There was nothing I could have done.
There's always something you could have done.
When Ashai says that, Clara looks at her and she smiles. Oh, somebody's being hopeful. Somebody's being hopeful.
Yes, there are things
Souls,
that I
right
could
now.
have done, but I didn't, and I have to live with that for the rest of my life. Is that all?
But you did do something. You cursed her, and you cursed the people. How did you do that?
It was not easy. And I was not the one who made the adjustments. The elders did that. They just gave me the means. Because they knew that Strahda would come, and they knew that Strahda would come for me last. And if there is one thing I do not regret of that time, well, making Strahda's life a living hell is certainly not one of the things that I regret.
This has to end. She can't. She can't continue to reign and destroy and keep everybody in darkness and misery. This has to end.
You think that you're the first ones to try? This land is filled with the bones of adventurers who have tried to end this eternal night. People far stronger and far more good than you. And you can watch them walk every night from Barovia to Ravenloft.
You think I do not know that I am nothing? You think I do not know that I am powerless? That she is so much bigger than me? That doesn't mean I shouldn't try. It doesn't mean all these people are not worth fighting for. You've been
He
on the
slowly
sidelines hiding.
He slowly takes the hood off his head, and you see his head, the top of his head, still covered in hair, but where there should be elven ears, there is just flat sides of the head, no ears on his head. And he says, I'm afraid the fight has been taken out of me a long time ago.
I think I felt
I
sorry.
understand.
I didn't ask you to.
I understand that what you went through was terrible. I understand that seeing that happen to your sister and not being able to stop it must have broken your heart, but no one's souls can move on. People are being born empty. Even your sister is stuck here. Don't you think she deserves to rest?
Keep saying that her soul is tied here, but she died before the mist fell upon this place.
No, but she's here. Strahda brought her back herself. For everything. And they pursued dark, dark things.
Even if I believed you, what exactly do you expect me to do about that? If she is tied to the castle, I will not get anywhere near that place.
But you can
Rather
help us.
What do you know about the Amber Temple?
Where did you hear that name?
Where do you think we heard
Close
that?
of the book again.
Speak.
It is a place of the darkest magics. was forbidden even in our time. Cannot tell you exactly what is hidden there, but I know that all those who enter it come out changed for the far worse. People,
Already
beings
been
whisper.
changed. It's whisper. What do you mean?
They whisper promises into your mind, and they bring you there, and they change you. Just like they changed Strahda. Just like they will change you if you listen to them.
They who?
The spirits that are trapped there. The beings that have been sealed and chained. Yes?
Call them vestiges. Remnants of gods and greater beings that were imprisoned for whatever blasphemy they have committed against the universe.
If there are vestiges of these evil beings, what about creatures like the three ladies? They've been trapped, sealed away, but they're holy sites. If we are to restore them, it could give them strength. Yes?
What do you think the three ladies can do in this? Their worship died out long ago.
It didn't. No, not until Strahda took away that. She desecrated their land, the sky. You can help us in ways that don't involve going to the castle, but we're going to need your support, and that means bringing that stuff, bringing the faith of the three Fanes back. She already went in the Amber Temple, and she unlocked the vestige of something very dark that gave her power to make things so much worse.
You say these altars are desecrated?
Heavily.
Then any worship of them will be channeled to Strahda. You must undo what she has done first. But I do not know how you could do that.
And do you know the locations? Of their holy sites?
It has been a long time. I know one of them lies upon a hill south of the vineyard, where the forest folk make their home. I know not of the other two. We Dusk Elves were not worshippers of the three ladies.
So, if we can restore the holy sites, the three ladies, even just one of them, that cuts off a source of power for Strahda. It weakens her. Everything counts.
Do you think she will stand by and let you do that?
No.
No.
Then you had best be very sure.
Don't know it was a lot.
Get the feeling you have not felt her true rage yet. Mostly because you're all still alive. Then again, so am I, so perhaps she's toying with you as she toyed with me.
Well,
He
we
looks
all
straight at
felt-
Ireena as he says that.
we've all felt rage from her and her family, but It didn't take. We marched in that parade until we were brought back.
Your Vistani friend, Madame Ava, she sent you to me, right?
Yes.
If you can figure out how to reconsecrate the Fanes, if you can actually do that, I will show you where the thing that she sent you to find me for is hidden.
Clara holds out a hand to him.
But until you have done that, I will not risk losing the one thing that we have against her.
We have your word.
He reaches out his hand to Clara's, clasps it, shakes. My word.
Look forward to working with you. She smiles. And she looks back at the party. Well, we have a goal. And that's more than we had before.
Before we go, do you know if there is anywhere there may be a record of witches that are in the temple?
I know not. If the Bellevues did not have any information, the only other place I can think of that might would be within the temple itself.
Good call.
I'll let the Martikovs know that you're coming and to get ready to leave for Kresk. And he opens the door behind him, kind of pauses for it, pauses in the doorway for a minute, and then leaves, leaving the doorway open, just a crack for you guys to leave.
Shai's gonna go outside and like do the 2-finger whistle really loud and get all of the villagers' attention.
It definitely gets their attention, that's for sure.
And I don't know, uncharacteristically starts being bossy about like, all right, you're gonna get in a line, you're gonna stay here, you're not gonna move away from the group, we're gonna flank you in the back and the front.
And as you get the villagers ready to escape the remnants of Vallaki, that's where we're going to take a quick break.
Oh, thank
We'll
God.
see you back in 10, so everybody can go pee. See you then.
Oh no!
I'm ready. Hi, and welcome back. You just missed my great Mario
Oh
impression.
no!
Oh no!
So we do on break.
R&R.
R&R.
We share
Best break.
TikToks and make noises.
What else
Whoa.
is new? So, you all get ready, finish packing up your things. The Martikovs with the rest of Vallaki are ready to make their way to Kresk, waiting for you to accompany them, get them there safely. And unless there's any last minute things you want to do, you guys start heading out onto the road.
Hey, Ollie, what do we do with those bones we just have? Cough, cough.
I think I'm just going to hold on to them until maybe we can come back later.
That seems logical.
Maybe
That was giving
maybe
animal in control.
Control.
Maybe Cyrus will know what to do with them,
Eat them.
or at least he'll have an idea.
We are not going to eat them.
I'm sorry, I'm just hungry.
Well, and Ollie just pulls
Have
out
some
rations,
sunflower
like empty
seeds.
rations.
Aster pulls out his Costco-sized container of seeds and nuts. from
Fantasy
his-
Costco.
his bag of
Well,
holding
all
his-
your dreams come true. Got a deal for you.
Oh my god, Aster is a trail mix
awkward.
girly. What kind of trail mix does he have? What kind of gorp?
I don't know what kind of trail mix Ollie has.
Let's all talk about it.
But yeah, we'll definitely talk about it.
Let's all roll for trail mix.
No, thank you.
Okay. No, thank you. Too bad.
I'll roll it. I'll roll it.
Right. We call it a draw. That was a 20. Oh. Okay. With half of the town of Vallaki behind you, it's rather slow going compared to what you're used to. I'd say the first day of travel probably puts you a little past the switchback that heads up to Argynvostholt, somewhere around here.
Can we set up like a
here.
3 people in the front, 3 people in the back kind of deal?
I'm in the back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
Ireena's in the front.
I'll be in the
Ireena's in the
front.
front.
Who's in the front?
Irena.
Claret. Oh, then I'm in the back with the show.
It sounds
And
so
Oleander.
disappointed.
I'm not!
That's a fun walk.
Ashai is probably the only one actually watching out because Oleander and Aster are just too busy.
Yap,
Info
yap,
dumping
yap,
on
yap,
each
yap,
other.
Yap, yap.
They're just
Well,
they're just
sometimes we're
info
playing-
dumping on each other.
Sometimes we're playing I Spy.
I spy.
Yeah, but with the scientific names of everything.
Guy's just rolling her eyes. She's in guard mode.
The first day seems to pass without any significant incident or running across any kind of trouble. You eventually do have to stop for the night and make a very large camp with, I'm going to say it's
Hooray.
probably like 100 people that have managed to escape Vallaki that you are kind of
Better than
responsible
nothing.
for.
I don't know if we have enough food for 100 people.
They'll be fine. Don't worry about it.
It's just a day. They'll be fine.
The Martikovs go around with whatever wine they manage to smuggle out and then giving like drinks to everybody to keep spirits high.
Toasted in the woods, baby.
The 2 Martikov kids are busy like running through everybody's legs. And just being kind of a nuisance, but in a cute way. That nobody can really be mad at them. Are you guys setting up watches for the night?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
I will
Yuck.
take 2.
Who's... Alright, you taking
Ireena
the
will
first 2?
take the first one.
Oh,
Ireena and Ashai.
Oh wait. Oh no, wait. I thought you said you have to take
Sorry.
two.
Yes. No. Let
I
them.
think she meant
Please
like
let
she'll
them.
take 2
2
watches.
watches, not the
because she
second.
Oh
doesn't
my god, I
need
thought
to
you said
sneak
you'll
yet.
take the second one.
Let them.
We
Let
just
them
separately
get-
tell people we'll both take the first watch and show up and go.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, gross.
Just fucking having a Mexican standoff, a Barovian standoff. Like, no, you go to bed. No, you go to bed.
Did you talk to Ireena yet?
With what time?
Had lots of time. I've been walking all day.
Yeah, with 100 people in our tow. Does it matter? Are you hungry?
No.
Then it doesn't matter yet and we can wait.
Sure.
Are you gonna stay mad at me forever?
She doesn't look at you.
Oof. I can't say I blame you.
It's fine. It's just confirmation that I don't deserve anything.
Don't you dare put that shit on me. I didn't turn you down because you're not deserving. It was a mistake to go into the woods with you in the first place. A mistake because I knew where my allegiances lied. I knew where my heart was. I didn't mean to lead you on, Ashai. Sometimes my horniness thinks before I do.
Someone clip it.
Well, you don't know what you missed out on. I walk away and go stand watch somewhere else.
All right, go ahead and make me a perception check. Ireena, you hear birds chirping.
Slay.
You've never heard birds chirp before in Barovia.
Slay. She'll walk over to Ashai. Do you hear that?
I
You don't
see
hear
that.
shit, Ashai.
Oh, really?
You rolled in that one.
She's just in her head just thinking about like another comeback for Ireena as she's sitting there.
Yeah, if I'd said this, she'd be so embarrassed.
That's literally Ashai right now.
No.
I should have said this.
What?
The birds. There's birds chirping.
As you start to pay attention, then yeah, you start to hear birds chirping.
I have never once heard birds in Barovia.
Do you think it is the ravens or something else?
Doesn't sound like ravens, right? Ravens
No,
don't chirp.
like finches.
It sounds like the same birds from Faerun or Alexandria.
You think it has anything to do with the forest folk? I mean, they could change, couldn't they?
I'm gonna be so honest with you, I have no fucking idea.
Does it sound... Can we pinpoint where it's coming from?
Ireena can.
She points.
No way.
Should we go look?
Yes, stealthily.
The two of you start to sneak away from the camp. It's not too far. But there's enough forest in this area of the valley that you can't quite see exactly where it's coming from without heading a little bit further into the woods. You follow the sound, which is getting louder, and eventually you come to this small clearing in the woods, and the chirping immediately stops. And you look around, and you see skeletons.
Cool.
Bird skeletons on all kinds of branches nearby with rotting feathers on their body, and each of these skeletons has a pair of pinpoint red eyes.
That. Hate everything about that.
Maybe about a dozen of them.
I think we should head back.
What are you?
None of them move or say anything. They're just looking at you.
Just slowly back away.
Yeah, Ireena does the same.
Slowly back out of the clearing. And as you do, you hear the chirping start up again.
Hate that. It's the bird from Shrek that Fiona exploded.
It all
Oh,
leads
God.
back to Shrek.
Exactly, Shrek.
I
You
guess
go
they
back to
just go
camp?
back to the camp.
Okay.
That
The,
was
uh,
nice.
The sound of chirping slowly fades behind you, and by the time you get back to camp, it's faded entirely. Okay. You said you're staying away for 2 shifts, Ashai?
I'll wake
I
Aster up.
Okay. When you go to sleep, Ireena, almost by habit, you open up your journal, and there's an entry in there.
Share with the class.
You wake up, Aster. Sleepy rat wakes up.
Get up. Not doing a watch with Ireena again, please.
He's almost to the point of spoiled at this point, so where he puts his hands out, it's like they're gonna get picked up by someone.
Shai's just looking at him, unsure what he wants her to do.
Listen, Ireena keeps picking up the rat. He's gonna get used to it.
What do you... You stretching?
No.
Oh, buddy.
Just,
I'd cuddle
rolls
the
over.
rat.
He rolls over and gets up.
The 2 of you take a watch.
Are you not going to bed?
Taking 2 watches?
Why? There's
Because
a
I
lot
need
of
less
us.
sleep.
Do you want to? You could just hang out. It doesn't have to be like a chore.
Fine, but we should still keep watch.
Okay.
Have you ever heard of skeletal birds with red eyes?
undead avian creatures?
Yes.
Does that ring a bell as some terrible omen or...
Make an I know everything check. I'm just gonna keep calling it that from now.
That's fine. I know. There's literally a feat called Know It All I can take.
Yeah.
So don't tempt me, bitch. I will do it.
Don't tempt me, Frodo.
Don't tempt me.
You can't say that you've ever heard of weird skeletal birds with rotting wings and red eyes before.
Yeah, no, I mean, like, it gives general undead, but I don't know if that leads to something, or it's like a sign, or they're just there, but also, I don't think we've ever seen, like, that before, so just keep an eye out.
I suppose. Was unnerving.
That's a lot coming from you, so...
Just then you hear the sound of feathers on the wind. And a raven lands in front of you.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I scream.
Us, or specific?
Yeah, in front
Scream.
of the two of you.
I scream because she screams.
The raven screams.
Squeak!
A few villagers nearby like wake up like, well, we under attack.
No, go to sleep.
No,
it's
just
okay.
bird.
Bad timing.
They immediately go back to sleep. Raven holds out leg to you.
Take whatever's got. Give me a note.
It is a missive that is from both Cloven and the Burgomaster of Kresk. That says, you may find Kresk a little shorter on space than when you left. The Bellevues just came back from the winery and it's been destroyed. They managed to get the Martikovs out, but there's nothing left of the winery.
You have no wine? The town that needs wine has no wine?
We can rebuild, it'll be fine.
Do you not know how winery groves work? Because
No. I do not drink.
they take several seasons to, like, secure a good crop. Like, there's rotations in
Okay.
gardening and growing.
Then they can
that
rebuild
means-
in a few years.
Yeah, but the people, that's, like, a staple to them. That's really bad.
They are still alive, so I think they will be okay.
Yeah, but for how long? That's a slow death.
From not drinking alcohol instead of water?
It's not just the consumption of alcohol. Like he rambles about like societal like norms and expectations, but like you get the core concept that like depleting the people of their resources and their morale like can cause a society to crumble.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're stripping Kresk of their main staple good and the thing that makes them happy or at least tolerable of the situation they're in, they're literally all, it's gonna be infighting. They're gonna it's literally all gonna fall apart. That's Aster, but like 20 minutes longer.
Yeah. And there's this really weird but interesting philosophical argument that was created by this scholar that I know in Exandria. That's
Literally.
Shai's just like looking like she regrets waking you up.
just 1,000-yard stare from Ashai.
Gone. Every time you look away, I show you a piece of paper that I wrote down where I took notes about something. I'm like, and this is where I got this piece of information from, and this is from over here.
That is
Eventually,
nice.
your watch passes.
It ends on that.
It
Me
ends-
just
yeah.
like lulling you
Here,
to sleep.
look at
with
this.
boredom.
Look at this.
You're like,
And Ishai's like, you know what? I think it's someone else's turn. I think someone
Pay
else gets to watch
attention
now.
to me.
It's,
Go wake up Clara.
Hey.
I'll wake up.
the rest of the watches pass uneventfully, and you finish out your watches for the night. Get another long rest if you need it for whatever reason.
I'm missing 1 point, so I will take it.
Fair enough. And you all wake up in the morning, start to break camp, make your morning preparations.
Can Aster avoid morning preparations, like putting away the camp for the hundreds of people so he could read the book?
Go ahead and first make a stealth check.
6. I'll try to cower in the corner somewhere.
Stealth check for slacking off.
Yeah.
Yep.
Uh,
Can be up front, it's fine.
Let's go
Oh,
and
shit,
pick him
oops.
up by the scruff.
Yeah, that's a 15. People definitely notice you slacking off. Whether they do anything about it is up to them.
I'm not going to stop him because I don't want him to start rambling at me again.
you see a tail from a very thinly filled bush. It's like half, like a third leaf.
Oh no, there's a bush with a tail. I wonder who could be in it.
The aggressive flicking of curiosity.
If no one is going to attempt to stop him, then go ahead and make me another society check.
I got away with it. Haha. Live in a society.
I'm going to tell you
hero
you should
point
probably
is
use a hero point.
Slay.
Oleander's
worst.
going to be very upset he missed this one.
It's okay. I'll just give it to him later.
What are you guys all doing while this is happening?
Right.
Clara is checking on the townspeople and making sure nobody's injured, everybody's safe to travel, trying to reassure people, keep them calm.
There you go, rat boy. It's a long
I
one.
see.
Enjoy.
Longer? Oh, lordy!
I had to split it up into 2 different messages.
Holy fuck. Alright. Holy shit.
We'll say like you finish translating it and you're only now like fully reading it as everybody packs things up and we're starting the walk towards Kresk. Ireena is at the front with Reyna and Clara, right?
Yes.
She kind of bumps into Reyna and just kind of says, "How are you feeling after everything in Vallaki? Wasn't a very fun time."
I'm just so tired.
Maybe we'll get some proper rest in Kresk for a bit.
Maybe.
Be nice to have a little time to ourselves, wouldn't it?
Maybe.
No.
I mean, I think if you keep spending it like that, you're just going to be more tired. And Clara winks.
I'll make sure we stay well hydrated.
Raina doesn't laugh.
I've never seen the appeal, really. I know some people think that's fun, but it's not for me.
Ireena doesn't try and force Reyna to be happy. She just reaches down with her hand and grabs Reyna's hand. And just walks hand in hand with her.
Clara
As
makes a quiet whistle, and suddenly there's a cat around Reyna's shoulders.
She doesn't even acknowledge the cat.
It gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
Yeah,
And then
the
sends-
little.
If you've ever been to my house, you've gotten sandpaper kisses from my large orange creature. He needs kiss.
You need to kiss.
He needs kiss. Is very important.
He's very important.
Is.
The rest of the day. Let's see. Day 16. There is random encounter. Is on the road.
You
is
have to send
phenomenal.
this to Nico.
I did.
Okay.
As you guys are leaving the valley, and you guys, which one of these should I do? What fun should we have today?
No fun, just a happy little day.
Just a happy little day.
Some living birds,
Yeah,
perhaps.
definitely. Actually, what you do see is, as you're getting closer to Wolf Run and Kresk, there's about a dozen ravens in the trees that are kind of following your convoy. I think Ireena is probably the first one to notice them because barbarians have higher perceptions than most people. Yeah, about like a flock of, or a murder of like a dozen ravens or so, just kind of, it almost feels like they're ferrying you towards Kresk, because they're in the trees, and then when you guys are walking, they follow and then perch for a while.
Is that
Definitely odd enough behavior for ravens that it sticks out to you.
that seem ominous to us?
Make what would this be? Is there,
Sense motive on the bird.
I guess, nature or sense motive?
Go with sense motive.
Thick. Sensing their motive, they don't seem like a terrible omen, or like they're shuttling you towards your doom or anything like that. It literally just feels like an escort. Like they're keeping an eye on you.
I don't know if I like that.
I think with that 29 that you rolled, you do recognize one of the ravens is familiar. Has a blue streak in its feathers. You've seen it a few times before and used it for messages.
I remember coming across it, but I also remember there being, I don't know if it was a raven or just some other kind of bird. That seemed to act more like human almost than the others.
Is that one, yeah.
Is that one? Okay. Alright.
The name that you got was it said its name was, what was it? Muriel.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I give it a nod.
It like perches in one of the trees and nods back. And then takes off again.
Walking.
Before too terribly long, you cross over the Raven River. Very appropriate. The ground starts to get hard and cold beneath your feet, and within the hour, you guys are walking in freshly fallen snow up towards Kresk. The walls as strong as the first time that you saw them. guards are out, and you see Burgomaster Kreskov yelling at the guards and waving, and the doors are open before you even get to the town itself. The people of Vallaki, they grab what they could, but they don't look like they're super well prepared for this kind of cold weather, so a lot of them are shivering and huddling together and getting inside the walls as quickly as they can. The Burgomaster shouts down, "You really do just bring all kinds of trouble to our doorstep, don't you?" But you can see there's like
Well-
a half smile on his face, like he's not super serious about it.
Well, we had the decency to leave the demon behind, so that has to count for something, right?
He just puts the bridge of his nose in his hand and just, "Perhaps you'd better come in and we'll discuss it over a nice warm meal. You look like you could use one."
The meal is omelet. No.
More eggs. It's Aster's chicken.
Eggs.
Rude.
Aster's chicken got isekai'd. I feel
I'm
like I
playing
have to
chicken
make this a
character just to-
running. Oh, I have to put. I'll talk about it later.
You will.
You wait for all of the villagers to enter Kresk before they close the door behind you all, and Burgomaster brings you to his. It now sticks out as a lot more austere now that you've seen just how large Vallaki Burgomaster's mansion is. Kreskov's house is just the same size as all the other ones around him. And you see his wife and his 2 kids in there. The little girl looks a lot better than the last time you saw her. And the son is kind of hovering over her protectively. She's still kind of in bed, but she has a lot more color in her cheeks. The wife gives you a smile and says, "Ah, the heroes have returned. Sit down, let me get you a bowl of stew. We've just finished dinner ourselves, so we have some leftovers." And nice heaping of wolf meat stew in front of each of you. Nice and warm. Very savory. Baron sits, the Burgomaster sits down and... "So, what's this I hear about Vallaki being ruined? Please let me know whatever you can."
It was Anastasia who orchestrated it. As is her habit, she directly didn't lift a finger, but she pushed the Wachters against the Vallakoviches, and she sent thralls and vampire bats to attack. They breached the walls, they killed so many, and the Wachters, they were angry. And there was also a demon in there that I think that she sent. It got inside and broke the consecration of the church, and so many people died.
Vallaki was a powder keg to begin with. I'm sure the recent problems between Fiona and the Burgomaster did not help things. It was just just lit the fuse that was already there.
There is a good chance the Burgomaster and his son may be dead. And...
Oh, what a shame.
yes. son killed his mother as well, so that family is no longer.
I suppose that means Lady Fiona Wachter got her wish, and she is now the Burgomaster of Vallaki, at least what's left of it. I hope she's happy.
Queen of a world that hates her. There's something else. The demon that was in the church of St. Andral broke the consecration by moving the saint's bones away, and we were able to recover them, but
Oleander just holds up the bag.
The demon found us while we were weak and drained, and we didn't have the opportunity to reinstate them. I thought maybe we could ask Cyrus, but I figure you should know too.
Well, if his raven reached you, you'll know that the other Martikovs are here. They're up at the Abbey with the Bellevues. The winery was destroyed by apparently some manner of enormous walking tree. I don't know. They said it was animated somehow. But they're busy with them. Ezmerelda and Prospero are fine. And I mean, I suppose you could take it up with the Bellevues, but it doesn't seem like it's necessarily a... It doesn't seem like a priority, I think, if Vallaki is lost.
I'm sure they
But
could hold on to
I will
them.
leave that to your discretion.
Safekeeping.
You all look like hell. Forgive the expression.
It's not a pleasant visit.
Why don't we discuss these things in the morning? You all look like you could use a proper night's sleep and a few good meals before doing anything. And there is nothing on our doorstep waiting to murder us all. This time. Unlike last time you visited. I would take advantage of the rest while you can.
Are you ready anymore?
Unless you want to rescue some crushed grapes, then probably not. Will you be staying with the Bellevues again, or perhaps Geralt?
Sounds like the Bellevues have their hands full.
I'll let the smith know that you're coming then. I'm sure he has some things to talk over with Prospero. You finish up your meal. Before you leave, the Burgomaster's son comes over to you and kind of pulls you aside and says, thank you for believing in me, I guess. I know it doesn't make up for what I've already done, but my sister is alive, and that counts for something, I guess.
It's everything.
That's it. I just wanted to say that.
If I look at Oleander, does he seem to clock his family?
I'm not gonna say whether he does or not.
Oh, okay.
I'll let him do it retroactively later.
Sure.
I need him here.
I need him here now.
I need him here for this goddamn entry. Did he
Yeah.
tell us
I
The name?
don't think he mentioned the name. No.
to any one of us?
No.
Because I know what it is. I just. Ugh.
You really should have been here for this one. I'm sorry,
I-
Nico. If
No,
you're
I
watching
felt
this.
bad.
To
I
be
got
fair,
so
we don't
excited.
usually bust through 3 entries in a day, so
We don't. I
Yeah.
literally was like, "This is delicious information right now."
Um,
On the walk back, on the
I
walk
think-
to the Smith, can I like just casually talk about it, and I'll like talk more when Nico's here?
I think the one thing that I can for sure say that he would say is, after you translate it and he reads it with you, he'll probably go a little pale in the face, and point to the description of the woman and be
Mhm.
like, I saw her. She was
"Wait, which woman? The first one or the second, or the
both of them actually.
both?"
He'll say, Babila Saga, she's the one that killed me. And the tall, lanky woman with the antlers, she's the one I saw on the ceiling.
oh fuck, man.
I told you the lady on the ceiling was important.
Who did he see on the ceiling?
Oh, did you guys not read the
Where is
I'm
it?
so
Oh,
mad.
it's in
journal.
the journal.
number 14 list?
Did you read it?
I've been reading them as soon as you've been. Yes. You kidding?
So good.
um,
It's so good, guys. I'm so
Oleander, or yeah, Oleander. I almost called him Alistair. His face is a little ashy, probably.
Holy shit. For the sake of the people, the last Fane, she had to fight directly. She wasn't allowed to do anything else. She had to go like full combative. And she almost lost. It looks like I'm gonna make an assumption and say a hag jumped in and intervened and took the body of the third Fane after the shrine was desecrated.
And she still has it, apparently. I don't know why, but she made a bathtub full of blood with her blood.
I mean, bleeding a god. Imagine what
It
you could do with
just-
that.
If
we
the
all hear this
power of just one
conversation?
angel.
I'm speaking it out to the group.
Yeah, this is to everyone as you're like walking towards the smith's house.
You see a shy smile
the
when
power
you say
of-
bleeding a god.
If the power of just one divinity, and Clara glances toward the abbey, is enough to protect so many people, then power of a deity itself, even a local one, there's power in their blood.
Even if their power's been stripped, there has to be something. Whoever this woman or creature or both is using her for.
Maybe we can drive the hag out. Free her.
Sounds like when we go back to Vallaki, we're gonna have to go to Berez.
What are our next steps?
Sounds like, I know we made a list, but it sounds like these shrines are really important.
Well, if it sounds like the first thing we need to do is find out how to reinstate them.
Well, if we've got the one that's still technically corporeal and sentient, perhaps she can give us information if we manage to free her from the hag.
Hag's a powerful being in itself. We can't fight a vampire. I don't think we can fight a hag.
Maybe it is time to stop at Arkansas's fault. It was nearby, right?
Really? We can go there.
Maybe there's some answers inside.
Closes the book. That's what I've been saying, but you know,
I've
also,
always
I
been
really
in
want to go in
favor.
there.
I'm always in favor of getting as much information as we can, so I would go.
DM, do we know what's on what the thingy on the map is on the bottom, below the Raven River?
That is the winery.
That is the winery. Okay,
Yes. Well, was the winery.
right, was the winery.
Too soon.
Too
It's too soon.
soon.
Okay, my bearings are a little bit more. I always assumed the winery was like here, this little building, but that's the
Nope,
Abbey.
that is the Abbey. Yeah.
Okay.
You all eventually get to the Smith's house. Currently not active. It's cold. And you walk in and see Geralt's. I know, Cork. I know.
What, she has to
Just
pee?
no. Just drinking a bottle of wine. Is it? Oh, didn't expect to see you all here. What's going on? There's a lot of people outside.
Vallaki has fallen.
Like into the lake, or
More like into the ground because of fire and monsters and fire and demons and fire and...
And infighting.
oh. So those people, they're all Vallakians.
were. Now they're just homeless.
Why are there so many of you? There's like 12 of you. Like,
How much have you had to drink, love?
I'll take
A
that
lot.
bottle off your hands, and then she walks over and grabs
no,
the
I'd
bottle
want the. Oh,
and starts
okay.
drinking it.
Clara goes to his kitchen and gets him some water.
No, you can't drink my wine. The winery's gone. I need the wine for myself. Give it back. And he
No.
tries to like reach out towards Reina and just falls out of his chair.
Oh boy.
I help him back into his chair and I give him a glass of water.
Is this wine? More
Okay.
wine.
I give him more water.
Sucks it down.
Not the sug.
But before he even finishes the second glass, he just kind of like drops out of his hand and just.
You should lay him on his side.
In case he throws up.
Yes.
Okay.
You're just gonna leave him in his kitchen.
What if we just put him in his bed, guys?
You can put him wherever you like. I was just saying to lay him on his side.
But I can't.
Well, I wasn't talking to you, was I?
But I was talking to you guys, and you said I could do whatever I wanted to, so that implied you were talking directly to me.
Reina, Ireena, could you help me get him to bed? It's going to be
course.
murder on his neck the next morning.
I've got
Fine.
it.
Sir walks over, follows with like a pitcher of water.
The three of
And
you
his little tail
Bring him
flicking
into his-
behind him.
Yeah.
his room, which is an absolute mess, and just deposit him in his bed on his side so he's not snoring as much, and leave him to get some rest.
Reina walks back to the kitchen and tries to look for more bottles of wine.
Make a perception check. Wherever he's hidden it, it's pretty well hidden. You can't find any more bottles of wine. Either that or he's out.
Master walks out of the room and is like, I told you, Ashai, now that a staple resource is taken away from the town, people are they're gonna start to panic, and they're gonna overconsume, and then they're gonna run out of the resource really fast, and then they're gonna start infighting because there's the lack of, the demand's high and the supply is low, and it's like economics, but I don't really like that. But
Leave the room.
he kind of like isn't really talking to you, so he's just talking outward in the space and like throwing his arms around, and then he turns around and he's like, oh, she's gone.
Ireena just grabs Reina by the hand and is like, come on, let's get some sleep.
I'm gonna stay in the kitchen for a while.
You sure?
Yeah, you head up.
Kind of like looks you in the eye and like trying to stare deep into your soul. All right. I love you.
I love you too.
Don't stay up too long. Lets her hand trail out of your hand as she goes upstairs to go to one of the rooms and go to sleep.
Girl, just say I love you after like a week.
It's been 3 weeks.
That's lesbians,
Thank
baby.
you.
I was gonna say, they're moving very fast. You think you're gonna move in like a month?
I think it's been like 4 to 5 weeks now.
Just
DM.
lesbian things. I don't...
Yeah,
Damn,
we're
how long has it
lesbians. What
been?
have you ever heard of U-hauling? Get the fuck out of here.
What are you doing in the kitchen while you wait?
Drinking the rest of the bottle. And she pulls out her journal and puts it in front of her.
Aster? O'Shea?
Well, you left.
I did,
bitch.
but I said I'm coming back to creep in the doorway.
Yeah, when you see Ireena go up by herself,
Yeah.
that makes sense. Go ahead and make a stealth check against Reina's passive perception.
Asher's in the living room fidgeting.
Yeah, that's way higher than her perception. You're a sneaky bitch.
Damn it! I have pretty high passive perception too.
Yeah,
You're
beat
at
me.
22 passive perception.
It's pretty high.
It is,
Not
but
29.
29 is a
I
larger
know.
number.
I'm just saying. I was saying, like, damn it, she got higher than me. That sucks.
I have a plus 14.
You
Jesus.
notice Reina take out her journal and open it to the last page, and she's just kind of looking at it.
And taking drinks out of her bottle.
As the straw squeaks out in and out of the bottle.
Has she spoken to you?
She did a little swirly one.
Has she spoken
What?
to you more?
Oh.
I say from the doorway.
Reina closes the journal.
Thought we were done keeping secrets.
This doesn't concern you.
I just cross my arms and stare her down.
Aren't you tired? Aren't you just exhausted? Fighting for our lives every single fucking day.
I've been tired for a long time. Before Barovia. I'm tired.
Well, I haven't. dealt with situations like this. I've never felt so fucking unsafe.
It is a privilege. To feel safe for most of your life.
I'm just trying to remember what this is all for. Trying to convince myself it's worth it.
Helping people?
I've never cared about the masses before, and their well-being.
Do you care now?
Not really.
What would you prefer to do if not this?
I would love to just disappear into the mist. Maybe never even come back to Barovia.
You think you can still leave?
I don't see why not. I've always been able to leave.
Then what's keeping you here? Go.
You're all keeping me here. Believe it or not, I do care about this whole group. I want to see you, everyone else, safe.
We keep pushing forward.
I'm losing traction. I'm losing the will to push forward.
What would bring it back?
A coma. Like a short one, you know? Where I'm just like knocked out for a good 10 days straight.
You were dead for a year. Did that fix anything?
I didn't feel dead. I didn't even know I had been dead for a year.
I think that's how comas work too.
Oh, well, I guess I'll have to figure something else out then. Just like an ounce of joy would be nice. Like, one fucking day. Where we can just enjoy ourselves and... I don't know.
What did
This
you...
is the foreshadowing for the upcoming beach episode.
What did you used to do
Oh my god, there's a bird in the house.
for joy? I mean,
Travel was a big one. Seeing new places and going to seeing different cultures and trying different foods. Just the way that I always saw something new helped a lot. Being here in Barovia for this long is driving me nuts, to be perfectly honest. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even remember what I did to keep myself entertained. It's been a long time. Other than drinking.
That's right. I think anger is the only thing keeping me going. Spite.
Who are you angry towards?
Everyone.
How do you hope all of this ends?
Honestly, I just hope it will end. I don't know how. I hope not, but I just assume I will be dead by the end of it.
She reaches out her palm out to give you a high five. Same.
Shy has ever high-fived someone in her life. She's like mirrors you, but doesn't make contact. What are we doing?
Oh, nothing. It's called a high five. I learned it from this place called Earth.
Canonical place in Pathfinder.
Earth?
Earth? I mean, Russian is a canonical language you can learn.
The only place that
That's
still
right.
exists on Earth is Russia.
Is Russia.
Honestly?
That seems right. Yeah. It could happen.
I guess they won the Cold War in this
Oh,
timeline.
Yikes. Anyway.
Ah. You should go to bed.
You should go to bed and stop trying to steal this man's alcohol. Aster thinks it's going to drive him insane.
Really?
Aster yells from the living room, "It's gonna drive everyone insane, just letting you know."
Woo.
With the all due respect, I am gonna finish this bottle. You can help me if you want.
Sure.
And she passes
If
the
you
bottle over.
drink the blood from someone while they're drunk, does it taste different?
Yes.
Probably.
Yes.
Oh yeah. Love that.
At
Thank
least,
you,
at least I know that in Vampire the Masquerade, that is how a lot of vampires
Get
actually get
drunk.
drunk. Is they find drunk people and drink their blood.
How much
That's
is
very
left in
important
here?
to me, thank you.
There is a reason it is called a blood alcohol content.
Yeah. Is there enough wine in there for me to get drunk off of it?
I'd say Geralt probably polished off about half of that bottle before Ireena got to it. How much did Ireena drink?
She's taken like a few sips.
Okay, then yeah, there's enough for you to get drunk.
I do.
Could make a fortitude save if you want. Or do you just want to be drunk? You just want to be drunk?
I don't
Okay.
think a Shy's ever been drunk.
Oh, that
We
should
all
be
got
fun.
drunk together, I thought.
I got tipsy. I drank one.
Yeah, she made
One
it very clear
wine.
that she drank one drink.
Yeah.
Um,
But now you're just chugging it down. Make me a fortitude save anyway.
This is for the hangover later.
No, it's more for the fact that you,
Oh.
a vampire
Oh.
who does not eat,
Ah!
just shotgunned about half a bottle of wine. You can feel it like swishing around inside of you. It's a very unsettling feeling.
I don't like that.
You manage not to vomit it up, but it's still like, is this what you guys feel like all the time? This is weird.
There's nothing left in the bottle, you asshole.
I wasn't trying to drink the entire thing!
I said you can share it with me. I didn't say, fuck. A shy?
Let's go talk to talk to Prospero. He has...
Oh, don't worry, lassie, I got you there. And he hands over the bottomless stein.
If you've been
Aw.
here the whole time,
What?
Prospero.
I was out with Ezmerelda. We got back recently. She's up at the Abbey, and I'm just here because it's funny.
Were you two
She takes the
fucking?
stein and starts downing it.
Alright, that's enough. It may be a bottomless stein, but I still want some. Takes it back. Clara, what are you doing? The EP going to
Oh.
sleep?
How late is it?
I'd say the convoy probably got to Kresk around what passes for dusk. So,
Mhm.
depending on how late Clara stays up, there's still a few more hours before EP time.
Yeah. She'll be helping to get the refugees settled, making sure everybody has at least some kind of warm place to stay if they can. Does she see any of the Bellevues assisting in the settlement effort?
Make a perception check.
It sure will. I gotta let Foundry load again. Hello.
Oh no.
There's my perception skill. Hello.
You see Martina among the refugees. None of the other Bellevues, though. She notices you and just kind of gives you a wave and then points to the refugees that she's helping and like, sorry, I can't stop to help. I'm busy.
It's okay. So, she'll spend her time, just till it gets late. And I think she'll wander over to the blessed pool.
Mm-hmm.
And she'll just kneel by the edge and just think. Pray to whatever might still be able to hear her, even if it's not her goddess. Just say, just hoping to find the resolve to just continue, because she knows these people need her, even if it's hard.
Fair enough. Aster?
I was gonna fidget with the crafting, with the alchemist lab out of curiosity, but that like requires several days to do, so I'm not gonna do that.
Okay.
Um,
You want to try and go for a four-peat?
no, because there's already so much I need to talk to about everyone.
It's a really juicy one.
It's so good. Aster is going to go to
Do it. Do it.
You're such an ass. Fuck. Okay, I'll do it. I'll do it.
All right, make a society check.
We live in a society.
Yes, we make this joke every time, Raiders. Every time there's a society check, we live in a society.
Refuse.
Beat it by 2.
Hey, yo! Give it to me.
And now
Is this also,
Nico
like,
is
10
reading.
pages?
This one's not as long.
Fucking
So,
nasty.
Reina and Ishai, after you two finish your drinking, I guess Ishai is drunk.
Yeah, I think they're gonna shoot the shit for like an hour and just like joke around and laugh and hang out. And then eventually Irena's gonna be like, okay, we need to get you to bed. And she's gonna usher Ishai to bed.
I don't need to sleep.
Yeah, well, maybe you don't need to sleep, but perhaps you need to sleep the alcohol off.
Is that how it is usually done?
Yes.
Ireena just pokes her head out and is like, you don't need to sleep, but the alcohol needs to sleep. Let the alcohol sleep. And also let Reina sleep.
This was her fault.
Somehow I doubt that, but go off. And
Go off, I
pokes her
guess.
head back. You put Ishai in one of the rooms to sleep off
Yeah,
her.
And like a
Her
glass of
drunkenness.
water next to her. Okay, so you need to drink this glass of water before you fall asleep.
Is it normal to when I close my eyes, hair is spinning?
That's very normal.
Oh, this is unpleasant. Why do you do
Just
this?
so... Because it's something to think about other than the agony that's going inside my brain.
Okay.
Anyways, if you have the feeling of throwing up, I mean, I would suggest you walk outside, but...
Do you think I will
Oh.
throw up blood?
Maybe.
Okay.
Alright, you head to bed and
Well,
Whoa,
Ireena, I
hold on.
didn't
Are
do
you guys-
anything.
Do you need anything before I walk out?
No.
Okay.
Were you guys still in the kitchen?
no, they're
No.
upstairs.
You
Yeah, I
you guys
just
walked
put Ishai
past
to
me as
bed.
I was okay.
Yeah.
Would you say you walked past me before or after I read the book? What do you
After, because
I'll
we've
say-
been sitting at the table for a damn while.
Yeah, they were for a while. Maybe you're so enthralled in the book you miss them leaving, but then like you go to look for them and they're not in the kitchen anymore.
Okay, then alone downstairs, Aster gasps, looking at all his notes and everything. And he starts to cry.
Clara walks back inside.
Oh, good.
You catch him crying.
Wait, Esther, what's wrong? She runs to him. What happened? What did you find out?
He like grips some of the notes as they like crumple in his palm. She killed everyone. She killed the entire city of Berez just to show off her power. She wiped them. She spent the night clearing the people. Drank their blood, all with but a gesture. She gave the illusion that they could flee, and she killed them with creatures. She let the moon burn at her skin until she felt nothing anymore at the sun's rise. She decimated hundreds and
Sarah?
hundreds of lives with nothing but ease.
Sarah will just deep, slow sigh, and she'll gently just like work on unclenching Aster's hands from the papers. There may have been a time where Strahda was a grieving woman mourning a loved one, like Ireena. There may have been a time when she felt true sadness and loss and
It wasn't
That's
grief.
not who she is.
She did this as a final act to get her power. She saw joy in this.
That's what I'm saying. There may have been a person in there once, but whatever is within her now, it cannot be allowed to continue. She's nothing but she has no heart left within her anymore. We can't afford sympathy for someone like that. Someone who would do that. There is no redemption.
But she knows she can like feel where we are right now. She can hear us through the creatures, through the trees. Nothing is unknown to her. Theoretically.
And either she's so confident in her own abilities to keep us in our place, or there's something she's getting out of us exploring like this too.
No. I don't know.
Yes. No wonder it's cursed. So many angry spirits. Deaths like that. Soul doesn't go quietly. What if we just dead man of Dunharrow, Castle Ravenloft, like, we get loyalty from all the fucking spirits that she's killed and just, like, stick a bunch of ghosts on her. It'll be great.
It would be great.
I have ghost magic. I don't know how to talk
What
to
if I
ghosts.
say please? What if I ask, like, really, really nicely?
Yeah, you're right. Maybe let's all just talk to ghosts.
It's... It just cements the fact that while we can't underestimate her, we can't let her continue. This has to stop.
I don't know how we're gonna go about it in a way that will make her think we're not a threat.
It's the question, isn't it?
I mean, unless she thinks all this, what we're finding out, means nothing. Maybe you're right. Maybe she just has full confidence over everything.
It's a question for Ireena, I think.
Guess we'll find out in the morning, huh?
Yeah. Let's hope we don't get any more creepy ghost dreams. After all that happened, I could do with a couple more nights of just regular sleep.
Me too. Me too. We go up.
Two of you head to bed in your separate rooms. You hear a shy kind of like moaning in the other room. Not like in pain, but she's going like, it feels weird.
Just to be clear, Raina's not in there.
Yes. Where
So
is Ireena?
horny.
Did she go into her room with Ireena yet, or
Yeah.
are you gonna write anything in your journal before you go to sleep?
She hasn't decided what to write.
Come on.
Oh yeah, I forgot you have the fucking document.
I
Are
am
you sure?
nicer than that, and I haven't looked at it.
Okay, she'll write,
You don't have to if you really don't want to.
No,
I'm
it's
just-
fine. I really didn't. I think I've decided what I've been thinking about it this whole time.
Okay. Tell
Before
us.
she goes to bed, she will write, with all this new information, how can I not be?
As you close the book, your entry written under the last entry. In Strahd's script, the words, "Do you fear me?" And that's where we'll end tonight's session, as everyone goes to sleep.
Kind of hot though.
Thank you for joining
Yeah.
us in...
We do fear her. It makes her sexy.
Thank you for joining us on yet another terrible Saturday evening in Barovia. We will be off next week because people are busy.
I'm
Either-
moving.
Me
Yeah,
specifically.
moving
And
or
and Nico.
kissing
And me,
girls.
'cause I
or...
got-
I'm kissing
got
girls.
guys-
That's me. That's the one that I'm doing.
I wish I could be kissing girls. Hey, any single
Hey Raiders, if any of
Women
you are
attract-
single women
women
in
attractive
Central
women.
Florida,
hit me up.
Any lesbians out there? Any queers? Hey, wow.
We will be back on the
Um,
17th though.
yes, we will see you the week after that. For hopefully some downtime.
Whoa, what's
finally.
that?
I know. But
Beach
until then, yeah, it's definitely a normal Saturday in Barovia. But enjoy your evening. I'm sure these people are going to be talking conspiracies late into the night. But until then, we'll see ya. Enjoy your week off.
Bye.
Bye.